Hello, and welcome back to the Life and Lessons of Me. I'm your host, Jordan. Let me adjust my microphone real quick. You might hear a weird noise, but you don't have to deal with it. So, last week, I posted a car update, and I was slightly more optimistic a week ago. So, basically, I was able to get in touch with the dealership guy, and the dealership guy told me that the parts aren't supposed to be here until June 15th, meaning we bought the car the 6th, and they didn't order the parts. Like, I'm not sure if they ordered them like that day or like that week, or if they waited until May 15th to order the parts, which they said could take a month to get here. So they consciously did that. June 6th is this coming Monday. So, like, if they had ordered them the 6th, maybe the parts would have been here the 6th. But that's not even the worst part. Like, he was like, there could still be a month worth of work left on this other car in front of me. I'm like, all right, so what the hell did you do for the entire month of May? Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. And here's why it's starting to piss me off. It's because I got my license at the end of March. So this is now June. That's all of April, because they had to wait a month to open this stupid bid thing, which, guess what? There's only one bid, because there's only one place in all of Pennsylvania that does it. And luckily, it's in Harrisburg. So it's not that far, but whatever. In any case, they told me they couldn't open the bid until a month passed. So they waited exactly a month. Yay, government. Like, and then I don't know what the hell they did. Like, then we bought it in May 6th. And then all of May, waiting for the parts, expecting the parts to get here like relatively soon, like not the 15th, like not 2 weeks from now. Like, oh, I forgot. Like, I mentioned the other car ahead of me. Like, how is it possible that there's still a month left of work to do? Like, I don't get it. If I don't have that car for the whole summer, I'm gonna like, I'm a, mm, mm. So, the 4-year wait for the lessons, you know, ouch. And now finally having my license and having to wait for the car is like triple ouch, because I know that I own it also. Like, I own a car that I haven't seen since March. Like, okay, great. So you're telling me that if a normal person bought a car, they wouldn't have it for like months? Like, I guess they can't build cars fast enough because there's not enough rare earth metals, and guess who controls that? China. I don't know. You should educate me on that, but pretty sure China has a lot of rare earth metals. So apparently you need that to make microchips. And if you don't have the capacity to build them or get the materials, no microchips for you. So computerization is great, and it helps you maintain a car easier. And if there weren't for computers in cars, I don't think I'd be able to drive. So, like most things in life, again, I've said this before in another episode, it's like a double-edged sword. Good and bad. Everything has a good side and a bad side. Literally everything. And then there's like the gray area where it's like a little bit confusing. So, there's definitely black and white, and then there's definitely gray. Like, absolutely. I think it's possible to have both, like in certain situations. But okay, back to the main point. I'm annoyed. And so my friend was like, you're putting all your happiness into this car. I'm like, easy for you to say. Like it made me angry, but I was like, you know what? Why am I angry about that? That's just ridiculous. I know what he meant. Like, he didn't mean like the cars making. I'm doing a bad job of explaining this, but in my head, I know that he wasn't meaning it in a negative way. But he's right. I need to start like stop waiting for this damn car and start. The problem is the car we got is a piece of crap. So I got to talk to my dad about using his van so he can get rid of the scrap van that's in the driveway. Like, Now I'm trying to get a second job, which I've been putting off for a while for some reason. Like, I don't know, I've just been dealing with, I guess, the waiting part. I was expecting it by June-ish, like end of June, like July, beginning of July. That's when I was really expecting it, but I wasn't trying to expect it. But, of course, you call the guy and you're like, so if I said I need it by July 1st, that's impossible. Like, yeah, you can't have anything on your own time frame. Like, I believe this is like a massive learning experience about patience and not tying all of your, like, don't put all your eggs in one basket, I guess. So like if you're waiting to quote be happy from this car, like me, bad, because that's going to make everything else kind of sucky because you're like anticipating the car, and then it makes it hard to do anything else because you're waiting for the car and you're putting your life on hold for this car. Like, number one, I don't want to die in the car that we have. I mean, it's fine, but it's starting to make weird noises. So, knock on wood. And yeah, so we were planning on like doing things like not spending $2,500 to go to Florida on a plane and renting a car down there. Number one, like all expensive. Like, and I don't know, I'm not sure like how much of this is like globally like an issue. Like, I mean, obviously the supply chain issue is a global issue, but one that could be fixed very quickly by the world. Like, it's you're telling me that nobody has oil except OPEC and Russia? Like, really? We have oil. Thank you. If oil is the only thing that's like an issue, which is not, like manufacturing is a problem. I don't know what the hell is going on with the baby formula shortage. Luckily, I'm not a dad, so don't have to worry about that. But like the lack of, like, honestly, I don't know who to put blame on. Like, other than COVID, which came from, you know, no, not, I'm not blaming the government. I don't know which government though. Because either way, this is like I feel like it's a fixable issue, but I'm not sure. Like, I haven't researched it. Like, I believe it's like there's not a lot of people driving trucks around. There's not a lot of people working at, shipyards. There's not a lot of people, to do these jobs that need doing. Which is crap because there's people that do the jobs. They just don't want to work. Like, so anyway, everything's taking friggin' forever. Can't buy a new car. They only, like, it's not just a me issue, which I know, but it's like, let's fix it like now because this is ridiculous. Like, like, how long are we going to be blaming supply chain issues for this? Like, at some point, somebody's got to be like, well, somebody probably forgot it was an issue, but I'm trying not to be like political here, but at the same time, given that it's obviously a global crisis, I can't necessarily put blame on any one government. But like, so I need the government assistance to be able to afford this car, which is great. Like, I appreciate that. I'm the kind of Republican who's like, yay, government assistance, because obviously I need it. So I'm not one of those people who's like, the government should like get the heck out of my life completely. Like, I obviously think that because libertarian type, like, market, like, leave me alone, let me do what I want. Oh wait, I'm in this circumstances, so I can't do that. My bad. Like, it almost feels like, it's just like, how long can somebody wait? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I've already been waiting for like 3 months after I got my license. Like, I want to get carded. Like, I want to have a use for that. Right now, it's just sitting in my wallet doing nothing other than being an ID. So, and oh, my car registration came. So, yeah, I own the car. It's my car. I can successfully be completely pulled over because I have a license and a registration. But yeah, no car. Yay me. Like, so instead of sitting on my butt feeling sorry for myself, I'm gonna sit on my butt and get to work because I've been slacking. I've been screwing things up. Like, it's nobody's fault but my own. So like, I have accountability, which is good, but sometimes it just annoys me that I let it get to this point. Like, so yeah, car update, yay. So yeah, it might like ruin all our plans because now I have to go to my dad's wedding with my sister and her boyfriend in their car. Well, not their car, but like in the white Honda van, which I might need to take from my dad because I don't want to die for like 2 months. Like, number one, air conditioner doesn't work. Number two, making weird noises. Number three, it's like a boat. So if you don't drive it like it's heavy, it's hard to drive it. Like, you have to compensate. It's like a tank. You have to drive it like slower than you normally would. And guess what? My mom doesn't know how to do that. No offense to my mom, who is a wonderful person, not the best driver. Just saying. Like, my brother grabbing the oh shit handle the entire ride. Like, I've seen him do it. Like, and on multiple occasions, because I was paying attention, like looking out the windshield, I've saved the car from like getting hit, or rather, somebody else hitting with wait, what? English. I've saved my sister from crashing that car by paying attention. So, save my mom. Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. But anyway, yeah, lack of control. That's an issue because I'm sitting in the car and like, if somebody messes up and dead, like, that's on them. Like, they killed me. If I kill me, it's fine. Like, I don't know why that's my rationale, but if I'm behind the wheel and I crash, me, like, my fault, my bad. Like, but the thing is, not the problem. The thing is, I'm not gonna crash. Like, call me overconfident, call me whatever, but I'm driving that car like a grandma. Okay. So if you're stuck behind a silver Traverse, and it's like a handicap vehicle, it's probably me. So yeah, don't worry. I won't drive like severely under the speed limit. I'll drive the speed limit or a little bit higher. So like relatively normal, but I'm gonna be careful with that. Like, I'm going to only focus on the road when I'm driving. Like, that's the thing. So maybe I'm a little overconfident, but given that I've driven a big van with a different setup, a Dodge Caravan with the current setup, like, that I'm going to be using, like, I have driving experience. Okay. Never crashed. Okay. One time I was driving a Gator, like, when I could, and I hit a tree root. Otherwise, never crashed. Like, literally, I'm good at driving. Okay. I play video games that are a driving game. You can drive, like, it's almost simulating driving. So yeah, I know where I am in space. I don't really hit anything unless in the game I'm going super high speeds and can't control it because sometimes that happens. So here's the thought. Just drive like the legal way. Like, it's a game for a reason. I can drive like nuts in the game. So it's fine. But I'm driving like over 100 miles an hour and I'm not hitting anything. So yeah, in first person too. So like, think think I'll be fine. Plus, I've been driving this wheelchair for like 7 years. So again, totally fine. Plus, when I get the car here, I know the roads, so I'll be even more fine. If I could drive in an unfamiliar place on freaking mountains, I think I'm good. Like, I'm fine. Like I drove on the highway for 4 hours, pretty much straight. Like we got on the highway, drove for 2 hours, and then drove back for 2 hours. So yeah, 4 hours of highway driving. Trucks are annoying, but it's all about how you like react under pressure. Since I'm usually chill under pressure in situations like that, I think I'll be fine. But it's when you overreact and like let go of the steering wheel. Never do that. Hold that thing. Turn it so you don't hit anything. So yeah, the amount of driving experience and having learned on like, I'm gonna learn on 3 different cars: big van, minivan, my car. But yeah, it's really getting on my nerves because how would you feel if you spent, I don't know, 60 grand on a car and you own it, but you don't have it? Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm dealing with right now. I'm trying to, not dwell on that too much and focus on still having a life. Like, I don't know, it's like, why do these people not understand what this means to me? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's literally my freedom, and they don't seem like they're too urgently working on it. So, yeah, I swear, if it takes a month to finish that other car, I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh, and then they're like, oh, it could take a month for us to build it. So I'm expecting it to be starting being built. I can't English today. What? I'm expecting it to start being built like July. So, and if it takes a month to build this stupid thing, like I might not even be able to go to this wedding anymore. Like I don't know when they're gonna ask me to come up there and do this fitting thing. I don't know that. Like there's still like a couple steps to do. It's just ridiculous. Like the bureaucratic nonsense that you got to deal with. Like wait a month to open the bid that we know is only going to come from this one company because we know that that's the only place that installs this system. Like, but no, they need the 3 bids and 2 of them say no bid, and then they have to wait a freaking month to open it, even though they already know what it's going to say. Like, if that's not red tape, I don't know what is. Like, it's like bureaucratic nonsense. Why? Like, just to make sure where their money's going, or like, I don't understand. Like, it's ridiculous. It just makes me so angry that this is the system that they have. Like, this is it. And for people that are in it, for them to say how it should be different actually really annoys me because if you're not in the system, you have no idea what you're talking about. Like, no amount of research can tell you what it feels like. Like, you can look it up and read information about it, but if you're not experiencing it, it's not the same. It's just not because, you're talking about it from a place of, you know, not being involved in it. You're like looking at it from the outside. You're only seeing what's on paper. You're not seeing what it actually does to people, right? So I am big in favor of keeping government help for healthcare and stuff, but they need to get rid of all this BS crap that is involved in it because it's exactly what I said. It's BS crap. That's what it is. Okay. And yeah, I just kind of said crap twice, but um, so yeah, I'm a little annoyed and ticked off about that, but I'm not really letting it get to me so much. Like obviously yesterday, or what was it? The day I got that news, I was kind of like, which was yesterday. So yeah. But I definitely was not feeling so great yesterday. Nope. Yeah. Some people like being alone, not me. Like sometimes I like being alone under particular circumstances, but yeah. So no car, no way to go anywhere. Well, that's not true, but again, like I said, junker out there. is kind of sketch. So hopefully my dad's not like against the idea of me using his car, his handicap van, which he barely uses and complains about it being in his driveway. So I see it as an absolute win. Like, I take the car out of your driveway, I use it, I get my car, I give it back to you, you sell it. Sounds good to me. Like, so yeah, I'm not sure how that's gonna go, but should be interesting. Should be fine. I can't imagine why it wouldn't be fine. Like, we're working on it. So we've been pretty good, I think. I don't know. Anyway, so I gotta ask about that because I don't want to die for 2 months until I get my car. Uh, it could just like this could be a real major pain in my ass. Yeah, so that I think is gonna do it for this episode. Yeah, not much to talk about there. That's happy there. Whoops. But so yeah, that's my 2 cents on those things. People better not forget I exist because I mean yesterday I did stuff. But again, sketch car. I don't want to use it too much because it might blow up. It's not gonna blow up. The engine's fine. Everything else is not fine. Like it's not fine. And my mom's like, I don't want to put any money into it because we're selling it and blah blah blah. Which, yeah, I get that. But at a certain point, like if I'm gonna be using it, sounds like we're not. We're gonna ask my dad. So I don't know. I just like dwell on the issues sometimes and then it just goes around in a circle. Like I'm saying stuff that I've already said. And I'm like, wait, you know what? Nope, didn't talk to him yet. So I gotta do that. So if it doesn't rain, I'll go to my brother's baseball game. See him kick ass as a catcher. So, yep. That's gonna do it for that episode. I'm running out of stuff to say because I've said it all, and I don't want to start, sounding like a broken record here. So, that's gonna do it for this episode. As always, thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you on the next one.